Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another F1 2020 video. In the last episode, our car did break and absolutely shatter into pieces, so that wasn't a good way to end the episode, but alas, we are back with another episode, and today we have the United States Grand Prix. As you can see, we do have some sponsor renewals, so I like my sponsors, so I'm just going to renew both of the sponsors we've got. As you can see, we do have an invitational event as well, so let's do a few activities, as we're going to have a busy one leading up to the United States Grand Prix, but let's have a look here. So we've got aerodynamics department, a lot of it's aerodynamics department stuff, so we will do aerodynamics equipment upgrade, and then we've got the invitational. So then we'll do second driver PTR filming, and then we'll do a durability team building. Yeah, that fits nicely. So yeah, as I said, in the sort of last episode, the car crashed quite hard. Crashed quite hard in the, well, not crashed, no. I think it was something just went and basically just ripped the car off, and I couldn't quite believe it. And our race ended early. And then after, which was quite funny, really, was we then won the Drivers' Championship. So we were out celebrating, and I was just like, right, okay, you know, Drivers' Championship, whatever. We just basically effed up, but Drivers' Championship, let's have it. But as you can see here, we are going to do this invitational here. I always do the invitationals. People always say to me, why do you do the invitationals, blah, 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 because it gets you good money, and it also gives you a good show as well, you know, like, people see that, okay, that driver's coming out to do the invitational, that's good, we'll keep inviting him. And, like I said, it gives you a bit of extra cash, so might as well do it. And as you can see, quite good acclaim and quite good money. So let's get in it, and if obviously we want to do it, then we're going to have to. But yeah, as you can see, we are going to be up against other drivers in 3 laps. So let's see what we can do here. What is this? So I'm confused. Okay, and away we go here, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 laps to catch them up, I think. So let's get on our bike and see if we can actually do this. This is an interesting invitational. I've never actually seen an invitational like this before, but at least we get to see the Russian circuit, the one that I did film, and obviously it corrupted, so at least we're actually going to see me driving around the Russian circuit in this series, rather than me having to completely miss it because the film corrupted. But yeah, we do have a driver ahead of us, and let's see if we can get him here. Car's quite nippy. We're going to take him down on that right side. He hasn't defended very well. We're going to late brake in there, and yeah, we're still going to absolutely hammer it down there. But yeah, at least get to see me on the Russian circuit, obviously. You would have seen me in my own biblical racing car, but alas, you didn't. So I'm still going to show it up today and see what I can do. But yeah, I always do these invitationals, get extra cash, good acclaim as well, and you know, you want to make sure you always do them. I see people turn them up sometimes, and I'm like, wow, okay, clearly you're made of money, so you don't need the extra money, but I always think, well, I need that money. So yeah, as we are still on the first thing, and we've cut 2 people down already, so let's see if we get these last 2. Got Sarri, I'm going to say Sarri. It's a bit like the ex-Chelsea manager if you ever watch football. You know, we had a manager called Sarri, so it's a bit like that. But we're going to hopefully take him. I don't want to do too much damage, but now we can get him on the straight 100%. Our car is ridiculous on this straight. My goodness, the sound of this car is frigging amazing. I love the sound of it. I like how we still have our helmet and gloves on in this car. It's quite cool. But he does set the fastest lap. Wow, very impressive, but not too impressive because I'm about to take him out. I'm about to show him who the boss is. I'm the boss. This is my track. He's going to brake. Ready, brake. And I'm going to brake now. On the inside. There we go. Have some of that, mister. And I will be seeing you in the showers, big boy. But yeah, I always do the invitationals. I'm excited for the race at the United States. Hopefully our car doesn't pack up like it did last time. In a way, it's kind of disappointing because we was making good progress when the car packed up. Which is, like I said, is a shame, because obviously you want to make sure that you finish every single race you possibly can finish, but you know, sometimes it don't happen, does it? So sometimes it just don't happen the way you'd like it to happen. So we hope that we can, you know, continue to do as good as we are doing. But yeah, as we do follow it around here. But at least you, like I've said already 1,000 times, you get to see me at Russia. Look, I'm at Russia, not in the biblical racing car, in a nice Renault car, but still, I'm here doing this, driving. As we do break through now, following it through underneath the Fanatic sign, as do go past the fairground park. And yeah, like obviously these take some time to do. I know it sucks because you think, oh god, these things take forever to do, but they do good cash, alright? They do good cash and good stuff for the team. You know, if I could do a good show in here, then people would be like, oh my god, look, there's the biblical racing driver. He's a legend. As we do set the fastest lap of the race, as we do come round for the final lap, giving it some juice in that first sector. And yeah, now we brake a little bit hard, but yeah, it's a shame you guys didn't get to see the Russian GP. You know, I know it's a whole episode wiped out, but nothing we could really do. I did try and save the salvaged file, but it was just unsalvageable, so I'm very sorry about that. Obviously, could have done more than I would have done more to save it, but like I said, it was unsalvageable, and yeah, alas, you can't have it. So yeah, let's keep doing what we're doing here. Absolutely blitzing the track. Lovely bit of braking all the way through. And yeah, these invitationals are weird. Sometimes you get these time ones. This is the first time I've ever had an invitational like this, where it is you know, a driving one against other drivers, but I'm not complaining. Something a bit different rather than always having the time ones, I guess, isn't it? Because the time ones can get quite tedious and boring, you know. So I'm kind of glad that it's not a time one, because those time ones, like I said, there's the theme park. Well, I like to call it theme park. And yes, we should be finishing this invitation soon, get our acclaim and our money, and move on to the United States Grand Prix. I don't know how we're going to do. I don't know how the car's going to hold up. I really do hope that you know, parts aren't worn and stuff like that. I've tried to change it so many times, but clearly things just go out the window, and we do cross the line. But like I said, this is a good invitation. We're obviously past the invitation event, so we'll get the acclaim and we'll get the money for doing so, and get a tier upgrade as well. But yeah, as you can see, finished first, bloody blah, lovely. But yes guys, we're gonna just wait and let this roll out. Oh Jesus, back to the team headquarters. We're gonna let this roll out, and then we should hopefully be getting into the United States Grand Prix. Like I said, I just hope the car can hold out. I can't honestly promise anything. Obviously it could go to absolute the tip again, so, but the positive thing is we've run the drivers championship, you know, so nobody can steal that off us. We have won that championship, so yeah, just please wait. La la la, here we go, team headquarters. Just still loading. See, this is it, loading simulator in this game. And I'm joking. You rarely wait for loading screens in this game. Let's see. Hopefully we'll have the activities, and then we'll be getting into the Grand Prix. So what I will say now then guys is, if you are completely brand new, you've never been to this YouTube channel before, please do smash that like button. It helps me. I'm trying to reach 100 subs before the end of the year, and if you do go on to enjoy the videos, and please do hit the like button as well. And yeah, let's get into the race weekend at the United States circuit of, it says circuit of the Americans, and yeah, let's do this, and I'll see you guys on the race weekend. Peace. Woo! What's going on guys, and welcome back in to the American Grand Prix. Here we have our qualifying pace, and we're going to see how we get on with the older qualifying pace here, see if we can actually set any good pace or any good time. To be honest, let's just see what we can do here. Leading up to this, we've actually had some really good, been doing really well. The car's had no problems, which is an absolute blessing, considering I thought we was going to be struggling considering what happened in the last race. But no, we've actually been blessed by the gods with actually saying, no, the car's been doing amazingly. And on this track, I don't mind it. I honestly cannot really remember racing on this track. I probably did, and it just wasn't an enjoyable time. But I actually do enjoy this track. This track's quite nice. I actually like with the sort of layout of it and stuff like that. So I actually can't complain. I think the track is really nice. It has a good moments on it. And yeah, obviously I'm just at this point in time, I'm just happy for anything other than my car blowing up into smithereens halfway through the race, you know. Yeah, I'm just counting my blessings for that one, to be honest. And yeah, genuinely I'm happy that the car's just running rather than thinking anything more than that, you know, because it could go a whole lot worse, you know, as we all know. So yeah, but the car's been feeling amazing. Like I said, this track has not been a problem for me at all. You know, sometimes you race on these tracks and think, oh god, this is going to be a major problem leading into the race. But this track, no, it's just sort of a straightforward track, really. You know, not too difficult, and yeah, we just hopefully can get our P1 spot and see how we get on, to be honest, because it could go a lot worse, you know. And yeah, you just honestly cannot tell sometimes with these tracks. We do have a little Charlie in front of us. He's you know, keeping up the pace. As in the I was meant to say, in the update for the game, the Ferrari engine actually got massively nerfed. So the Ferrari power unit got massively nerfed. So yeah, they shouldn't be doing as well as they probably will be doing. So I cannot wait for that to come through as we do take. Oh wait, Charlie. It's oh, where's Charlie? It was Charlie. Charlie Leclerc. But as you can see, we set a very quick time on the track, and that's our result for first. You know, so yes, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this qualifying pace, and yeah, let's get into the actual qualification itself. So guys, welcome back to the one-shot qualification here. As you did see, we have our qualification in the absolute pissing rain. Lovely stuff. We've had great weather leading up to the one-shot qualification, but no, today it just decided to absolutely hammer the absolute crap out of it. So we've had to go on to the wets, and we've had to do our qualification in the rain. So let's hope we can get the P1, and even if we don't, we know that it's going to be sunny on the race day. So I genuinely cannot complain at all, and just hope that this weather does sort itself out before race day, because I don't want to be raining. I don't want to be raining. I don't want to be racing in the rain. But yeah, because then it takes away all the fun of this track, and yeah, I'm sure it won't. I'm sure the weather will lift, but as you can see, even in the rain, we're still dominant within the qualifying. The closest one is Valtteri Bottas behind us, and we'll just see how close he gets as we do spin. Lovely stuff. Back to the qualification there, which has now allowed Valtteri Bottas to catch up with us. But oh, it's not Valtteri Bottas, it's Lewis Hamilton, and yeah, getting a bit overconfident on the old qualification there. We do spin out, and yeah, I genuinely cannot believe that as we do brake, and yeah, it's just so slow in the rain as I'm really trying to fight with a wheel here to make sure that, you know, we get the quickest time possible. As you can see, this is just absolutely painful to race in, because you have to brake and then you're fighting with the car as it's squirming in your hands, and all sorts of problems happening. And yeah, genuinely cannot be arsed with this rain. As long as it's not here on race day, I'm happy. I'll deal with it now in the qualification, but as long as it ain't here on race day, I'm gonna be happy, I tell you that much. So yeah, as we do a little bit of a braking here, and yeah, round to the start line, I do believe, and you know, it is going to be a pole for us in America, which I cannot be more pleased about, because yeah, on the race day it's going to be lovely and sunny, and we're just going to absolutely dominate. I'm sure of it. As you can see, look at those times. They're just awful, especially when you look at what we're doing in the dry is like insanity. I'm just going to wait and see to see if we get an interview. Usually we do, but I'm not 100% sure. The last interview I had with her, she keeps congratulating me every time. There we go, she congratulated me again. But who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment? We've got Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and so they're all medium difficulty, but you get different amount of acclaim. So we're going to go for the most difficult one because we're ballsy men. Max Verstappen. And we're going to see what we can do. Looks like you had a great qualifying session. It must be a relief being that far up the grid. Relief, in my mind, it was never in doubt. Well, it's no surprise. Our car is quick out there, and the aero team have worked wonders. I'm just happy to be meeting my team's expectations. The weather hasn't been ideal in qualifying. What's your take on it? At this level, you have to be able to perform in all weather conditions. Who can predict the weather? Even the weatherman gets it wrong. Yeah, that is such a baller, high roller comment because it's true. Which department has been hit the hardest by next year's regulation changes? Our aero department has been hit hard. We lost a lot of work. Many of our upgrades to the chassis has been lost. The changes will make the car a lot more fragile. We'll be able to we're going to have to work to avoid grid penalties. The changes to the power delivery is retained of the seasons. So we'll do the powertrain because obviously I don't know about the other departments. I know that it's probably going to be the powertrain, and she always does. But yes, guys, let's get into the race day itself, and let's see how we get on in the race day at the USA track, and let's hope we can get that victory and get that P1.
Welcome once again then to the United States Grand Prix here in the magnificent city of Austin. It was here in 2018 that Kimi Räikkönen delighted the world by winning for the first time in 114 races. There's always a record to be broken, so what I wonder is in store for us today. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside the great city of Austin. This is the 3.6 mile lap with 20 corners, 10 each to the left and to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Let's talk about Bird. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
I agree it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Bird lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel and Ricciardo, Sainz, Albon, Norris and Esteban Ocon, Stroll, Perez, Daniel Kvyat and Gasly, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Charles Leclerc and Roman Grosjean, Aitken, Magnussen, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So guys, getting into race day here, as you can see us lining up in the pole position with Hamilton, Bottas and Verstappen behind us. I don't know why, I always say Verstappen like that. I just like saying Verstappen like that, but it's 5 red lights and away we go. We're pulling away, we've got Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton fighting it out into this first corner as we do a nice little bit of braking there coming through now. And yeah, like I said, this race I'm kind of expecting to win. You know, off the back of, you know, a Russian win, and then the disappointment of the last race, I'm kind of expected to win this, you know. I really want to win this, sorry. Not I'm expected, I want to win this race. And if I don't, I'm going to be very bitterly disappointed because, you know, I genuinely need to get a win under my belt because I've had an absolute torturous few things, you know, like Singapore race was absolutely poo, and then we had the highs of Russia but it didn't record, and then we had the lows of the Japanese Grand Prix. So we really need to get a win under our belts and prove why we are the drivers' champion. You know, because if we don't, it's just going to look kind of pretty embarrassing for us as a team. And yeah, I just need to make sure I set myself up from the start and yeah, just push forward. It is a 14 laps of this wonderful circuit here, which you can kind of surprised that it's 14 laps because the track's pretty big, you know. So I'm surprised it's that many laps, but I'm not complaining. As I said, it is one of the funner maps or funner tracks I've been on. I know that I trigger people when I say funner map, because obviously it's not a map, it's a track. So yeah, funner tracks I have been on. But yes, I do enjoy it, as I do set the fastest lap there. I've been looking at maybe doing some different gameplays. Obviously I still upload the F1 2020 series because I do love playing this game, but I've been looking at maybe trying out a few different games and a few different car games. So you guys let me know what you guys think, and any ideas that you think that, oh yeah, Jake, you might enjoy this car game, try this car game out, blah blah blah, and then I will have a look into it, as we do set off massively wide there, but luckily no infringements there for corner cutting or anything like that. But yeah, it is the Mercedes 2 and 3, as it probably will finish this way as well, because Mercedes is just so good. But we're even better, as we do set a slower sector there, which is a worry, because that means that this we are going a little bit slower than what we possibly should maybe be going. So we've got to make sure we keep an eye on that. But yeah, I do love the livery. I absolutely do. You know, it looks black, but it's not. It's more of a gunmetal grey, and yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal. In certain lights it looks grey, and then other lights it looks black. I genuinely cannot, you know, talk about how nice it is. And yeah, it's like I said, it's one of my favourite liveries. It's very, you know, very sort of, I don't know how to describe it. Very understated. It's nothing too jazzy like we've had before with the bright green and all of that luminous colours going on. It's very understated, very clean, very sharp, you know, very business, and yeah, I really like it. I can't, you know, like I said, it's probably one of my favourite liveries I've done. But as you can see in the bottom left hand corner there, we are pulling away from the pack, even though we have set a slower lap. You know, it still doesn't really make, but we do set a very quick last sector, which is kind of strange. But DRS has been enabled, as you did see, so obviously for us it won't matter too much because we've got no one in front of us, so the DRS does not really count as much for us, as we do follow it all the way through now. But yeah, overall I'm a bit nervous because, as I did say, there is a you have the season cut-off point where they you know, things get cut down, and you know, all your progress is cut down. So I really hope that it doesn't get cut down too much. So I think from now on I'm not going to upgrade anymore. I feel like I'm going to save my money and then wait for the cut-off to come through, and then I'll be able to upgrade quite a few parts leading up to it. So yeah, I think that's what my plan is going to be leading into this sort of section where we do get our parts taken away or anything like that. So I'm going to make sure that I you know, continue to do what I possibly can do, and yeah, I just hope that you know, I can continue to be strong. Obviously I think the car will drop off with the upgrade changes, because you know, the car's amazing, but I do think at some point the car will probably drop off just a little bit. But I'm more than ready for that. I'm more than ready for the race to you know, have to really put the car to its best capability, and hopefully have to get the best best possible driving out of me also, you know, because I know that when the car does go down, it's not always about the car, it's about the driver as well. So I'm going to need to try and drive to the best of my ability, as I have been quite dominant this season, but in the last couple of races I have fallen behind, and it is something that I'm not majorly proud of, you know. Obviously I don't think anyone's proud of losing or failing or anything like that. So yeah, I just need to make sure I, you know, step up my game, keep on smashing through and doing the business that I can do, and yeah, just hope that I can continue to race as well as I am racing, you know, because I don't want to sod it up, as some would say. And yeah, I don't think I will, but you just honestly, you never know what's around the corner or what's going to happen. So, but I do think that in this race it will more than likely rain. So let's have a look at the weather report here. And as you can see, the splatters are coming onto my screen now. So the likelihood of rain is coming, and like I said in the qualifying, it sucks that it was raining, and it looks like we are going to be getting some rain on the race day also. So even worse for us now. But we just got to make sure we keep focused, and that if any race strategy does go ahead, we've got to make sure we keep to it. And yeah, just hope that we can continue to smash our goals. As you can see there, their pack is quite behind us, and we are quite far ahead. Even though we're setting slower lap times, I can't understand how we're so far ahead yet we're setting such slower lap times. So it's going to be interesting to see what tyre compounds we're going to be going on to when we do pit, because yeah, obviously this rain, will it be an inters? It definitely won't be a wet, because it's not wet enough yet. But it might be the
track conditions aren't improving.
It might be inters.
It's your choice as to whether you want to fit the wets next time you come in.
So it's asking me if I want to fit the wets or not, and honestly I don't know, because the track condition feels fine at the moment. I know the wets might slow me up a little bit, but we'll just see if I start squirming at all, and if I do, then yeah, definitely going to switch to the wets. I don't know whether to switch to the wets anyway to be safe. I can't really tell. I don't think it's rainy enough for the wets, really, to be honest. You know, I feel like when it starts to absolutely hammer it down, then maybe. But yeah, we'll just wait and see, as it's sort of just trickling at the moment. It's not. It's sort of trickling, as it says it's going to be 20 minutes of light rain, so I can't really argue with that. If I start seeing other drivers maybe going on wets, and maybe it is a possibility that I should do it, but until then I'm going to stick to my guns and continue doing what I'm doing. It's only about another 20 minutes, like you said, of wet rain, so hopefully it will ease up, and then we can continue to go on our softs and then onto the mediums when we do pit. But we'll see what the team says, because they usually come up with a strategy with what's best. So we'll have to just wait and see what does happen here as we do come around. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what happens, as we are quite far ahead of the pack, and yeah, like I said, we're just hammering it in this race, and it's good to finally have a race where I feel calm and confident, not thinking of all these different grid penalties and all these other bits and bobs going on outside. It's nice just to be able to get in the car and race and feel free for once, and actually get the full ability out of the car, you know, get the absolute maximum out of the car, because like I said, these last couple of races have been very poo because of car problems and this and that, and not being able, like I said, not being able to get the full capabilities out of this great machine that is the biblical racing car. You know, it has been off the last couple of races, granted, but these are things that you definitely deal with and you learn to get on with as a driver, I'm guessing. So yeah, as we do follow it through here, making sure that we don't cut any corners, and yeah, as you guys will probably notice, I'm still wearing the same shirt because I have recorded the Japanese episode and this episode on both the same day, so that's why I'm wearing the same shirt. And yeah, that is why, if you was wondering, thinking what a smelly little bastard he is, he's wearing the same shirt across a few days. No, this is the same day. And obviously in the Japanese episode I had light because I recorded it in the morning, and now it is only currently 5 o'clock and it's absolutely basically pitch black outside. So welcome to the winter months, and yeah, long may it continue, as I'm guessing. This is why I think, you know, not going to talk or get any political sort of thing, but now we're going to be going into lockdown phase 2, I guess. It's going to be harder in these winter months. When we had the summer, it wasn't too bad because you was able to go out and do your daily exercise in the summer and that, whereas in these winter months it's a lot colder, and yeah, can't do as much, I guess. But let's have a look at the weather, see what's happening.
Conditions for the foreseeable future. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
They're still saying dries are the fastest tyre. We're going to be going on to the mediums when we do box, as this is our lap 2 box. So it's going to be interesting to see how the mediums come through. I do think at some point we're going to have to repit again for the wets, as I think this rain is not going to hold up any time soon, which I don't mind. It makes the race a bit more interesting, but yeah, we definitely deserve what we're getting right now. We're racing phenomenally around this track, and yeah, this track isn't quite a bad track, to be honest. You know, I've driven on worse tracks, so I actually do enjoy this track quite a lot. So yeah, as you can see us far ahead still amongst everyone else. You know, you still got Hamilton really far behind us, so we've really set the pace for this track, and it shows that when the car is is at its full health, you know, none of these engine problems or anything like this, then it shows the car can actually do bits. But I don't think, honestly, anything's really changed with the car. Just components are worn, and that's what happens with a car when you have even in a day-to-day car, when you have worn components on a car, it's obviously going to change how the car is and how the car feels. So definitely it's nice to be able to have the car back to full fitness, feeling good, being as dominant as we was at the start of the season, and yeah, just doing what we sort of have to do, I guess. And yeah, as we do come around lovely here, making sure we do a nice bit of braking leading into that corner. We're going to go off into the old pit lane here, following it around, coming in for our pit, but we do get into the pit lane here with all the cars going to come through now. Hopefully we can get our pit off, not straight away, but just before a lot of cars past me. So here's the team, let's see what the pit's like. Boop, boop, boop. Very nice from the team there, very solid effort. You know, a 2.5 is not a bad shout at all. It's going to get us out just behind Hamilton here. It's not going to allow Albon to overtake us either. So genuinely cannot wait, as we do get massive brake problem there, as we do get reset back to the track, because I did brake but obviously not hard enough, as we do see Hamilton is going to try and beam away from us here, but we're not going to allow that to happen. He still has to pit, so I'm not too concerned, to be honest. If he didn't pit yet, then I'd be if he had pitted, I'd be more concerned, but he hasn't pitted, so he can scream ahead as he is, but it won't count for much, because we're just going to come flying past him when he is sitting in that pit lane, when he does eventually have to pit. But it doesn't mean to say that he's going to be pitting anytime soon, you know. He could be going for the long haul. And yeah, we do have an Alexander Albon behind us also, with a Norris and an Ocon. So yeah, not too bad. We're 8 laps deep, and yeah, we've just done amazingly in this race. And I think that, you know, when Hamilton pits, it's over. I think the P1 for us is going to be pretty much signed, sealed and delivered, because yeah, you know, that's just how it is. No, like I said, no car has been near us. This is the closest any car has been near us the whole race, and it was only because we was pitting. And yeah, so when everyone else pits, it's going to be a long way from the other cars. So that'll be Valtteri Bottas and whoever else was behind Bottas. And yeah, we just got to make sure we do the best we possibly can do. There goes Hamilton into the pits like I thought he would, and we're going to come around now, and we're going to, you know, he hasn't even got into his pit place yet, and we're just overtaking him already. So we're going to absolutely zoom past everybody, as you can see, people flying in the pits now, and we've already been in the pits. So it's lap 9 now of 14, and yeah, we're just so far ahead, it's unbelievable. Let's have a look at a full race update, see what he's saying. Our teammate is in the pits, Mr. Aiken. Jackie Aiken is in the pits. As you can see, the length ahead we are is crazy. I think that if we go any quicker, we're going to have a blue flag where we're going to be overtaking the back liners. But we won't talk too soon. I'd like that to happen, because that really shows dominance, but we won't talk too soon. We'll just concentrate and do the best driving we possibly can do, and hopefully we'll be able to do the bits. But I can't see anyone else being able to get to us. It's interesting to see Hamilton on the old hards there rather than the mediums. He's gone for the hards. Fair enough. So obviously he thinks that they are the quicker tyre, or the Mercedes garage thinks that the hards are the quicker tyre, which is fair enough. As you can see, Mr. Stroll is in 5th. As you can see, Mr. Stroll is in 5th on the softs, so he hasn't pitted still. So that's an interesting strategy from the old pink of the racing point there. Clearly going for the old long runner, should we say, and hope that he can continue to do the bits he is doing. But we need to make sure that we are continuing what we can do and focusing on ourselves, as we do come around now into lap number 10 here. And I'm hoping that we can continue to stretch away as far as we can. And yeah, we have 4 laps remaining, and yeah, like I said, I can't see many people being able to catch us now, because we've just driven so phenomenally on this track. Obviously we've had this little spits of rain throughout the race, but it hasn't sort of affected our driving capabilities at all. It's just sort of, you know, continue to do what it needs to do as we come around now, and following it all the way through, making sure that obviously we do continue to do the hard work that we are doing. And it's just telling us how many fuel, so let's have a look at the weather report, see what they're saying now. So they're still saying 20 minutes of rain, and yeah, they're saying that our tyres that we're on are still the best sort of tyre. So yeah, until then we will know, but you can only just see the people coming around now, following it around now, so that's interesting to see how far ahead we actually are compared to the other drivers, as we did set the fastest lap of the race and it still hasn't been beaten yet. So that's when Hamilton goes across the line and beats it. But as it stands, we do have the fastest lap of the race as we are coming around now, and yeah, following it all the way through. But yeah, there's not much to talk about as in the team. Obviously, like I said, we've got the upgrades coming through, and I hope that they go through alright. And I'm just interested to see how next season's going to go for us. Obviously, I want to try and get a bit more money, because I want to get a better driver in rather than Aiken. I want a driver who's going to be up there on the podium with me. I don't want to be the only driver on the podium all the time for the team. I want to see the Biblical Racing dominating that podium. So I need to look at different drivers that, you know, I can afford within my price range. And obviously with the update to the game, different drivers got upgrades to their stats. So I know Pierre Gasly got quite a big upgrade, I know Russell got an upgrade, but Albon got a massive downgrade, so that's interesting to see. So maybe he might be cheaper because of the downgrade, we don't know, but he is in a Red Bull car. And that's another thing, it'll be interesting to see how the teams change next season, you know, when you know, if I take a driver from a different team, like how are they going to adapt, and who are they going to get in, and do you see, I mean, all these questions that need to be answered for next season. But like I said, next season is going to be interesting as well, because I'm going to be changing the damage in the game, and a few different rule sets for me to make it that a little bit more difficult. So I'm pretty intrigued to see how my changes do for us, and how it's going to change the sort of series altogether, because we might not be as dominant as what we are now. It might completely throw out how the race and how the team is, you know. We might completely flop and not be as strong as we are. So it's going to be interesting, really interesting. You know, the few drivers on my hit list that I really want to try and get is either George Russell, maybe a Lando if I'm really pushing out. But then if I can't get them, maybe a Kvyat, he might be a saucy little deal, or even Pierre Gasly. But with his upgrade, he's probably going to be very, very expensive. As you did see, Sebastian Vettel is out of it, and there will be a video placed in now. And yeah, so it's going to be saucy to see what sort of happens, and all this jazz leading into it, you know. I want to get a better driver, you know. I'd like to have one of the British boys, of, you know, Russell or the Norrises, but you know, it's just going to see how it gets going. You know, I think those two drivers are probably my favourite drivers. Obviously I'd love to have a legend like Sebastian Vettel in my team, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. His wages are ridiculous, and because of his rating it just inflates it even more, and obviously he's quite old in the game, so maybe he might retire this season, who knows. And same with Raikkonen. So we've just got to keep our eyes peeled, keep our options open for the different drivers. Aiken hasn't done bad since coming in, but he hasn't improved either. So, you know, I had Gietto in there, and I thought, oh god, he's doing poo, let's get Aiken in, you know, switch it around. And it actually hasn't really made a difference at all. So interestingly, so when I do get another driver, I've got to look at it for definite and make sure that, you know, I'm saving my money so I can afford these drivers, and make sure that I get, you know, good sponsors so that I can afford these drivers too, so that I can be able to have a decent driver next to me in the team. And that's no crap towards Aiken or Gietto, but they just haven't been putting in the shift. And I know that people are going to turn around and be like, but Jake, you don't upgrade the driver. Yeah, I guess I don't upgrade him. So maybe if I do put in the time of training Aiken, he might come out and be the next Lewis Hamilton. But who knows? Nobody knows. So we're going to have to just keep an eye on that. But we are on lap 13 now. And yeah, like I said, it's been a very thorough dominant performance by me here. And like I said, I couldn't really ask for much more than what I have done here. And yeah, it could, like I said, it could have been a lot worse race considering the Japanese one just completely crashed out. So this is a good, this is a good bounce back for me and the team to be able to be as strong as we are being, and yeah, it's just amazing for us to bounce back and do what we need to do for the team, and yeah, just hammer it through and hope that we can be able to continue doing what we are doing, and so let's just fingers crossed for the rest of the season nothing else goes wrong, touch wood, but you can't really tell these things, but as you can tell, the car is back to full fitness. Like, it's crazy how strong this car is when it's got full components to the max, everything's working. The car is probably the best car on the track by and large, as you can see. So pretty crazy stuff here, that the car is so good, and yeah, to be honest, it doesn't surprise me. The car is an amazing car, and it has been all season long. Obviously it's had its faults and its difficulties, but we always knew that at some point we was going to crash out of the race. It was just a matter of time, because every other car was crashing out except us, and then it was just a matter of time for us to do so. But yeah, as we do come around now, this is the final lap of the race, and this is going to be a very conclusive win for us here, very dominant win to really put ourselves back out there to show people that, right guys, this is us, this is what we're about. Let's hope we can show everyone that, baby, this is us, this is our team, and we are out here fighting still. Even though we've had a few crappy races, we're still out here swinging, hoping that we can still do the bits, and yeah, we're showing everyone that actually we are still one of the top contenders for the teams. We might not have the best second driver, but we are still up there for the contenders, getting all the points in, and I'm still proving why I am the drivers' champion, because I have just recently won that, and if it all went to the drain today, that would be a big problem, because I've just won the drivers' championship, and we really want to prove why we are the drivers' champion. We're not just here. We didn't just win the drivers' championship by luck, we won it by pure unadulterated driving. But yes guys, as we do come round now to the final few corners here, following it all the way through, and yeah, as we do brake, and yeah, coming around to this last little section here, leading up to the old finish line, and yeah, we're just going to see how well Aiken did. I think that he's probably going to get his P19 like he usually does. I just need him to start finishing in the points, we want to start getting more points, because obviously it's good me winning these races, but it's not enough points for us to get the Constructors' Championship. But we do go across the line there in P1, and yeah,
everything we wanted today.
We absolutely smashed it. We done everything that was needed to be done of us, and yeah, genuinely cannot ask for more. Charlie Leclerc gets driver of the day. Oh, sorry. Gets driver of the day, and yeah, there we go. Finally got my, finally get my sort of spinning around in the drivers' world champion. Thank goodness. I didn't get that last race because obviously we did DNF, so it's good to be able to get the little show, the show off that we deserve, and yeah, it's good to see, and it's good for us to finally be back on top. A bit of a rough patch last race for us considering the car and all of this, but we did what was required of us in the USA Grand Prix, and yeah, couldn't really ask for more. There is the driver, and like I said, I love this livery because it looks black, but it's not. It's like a gunmetal grey. As you can see there in the different light, it shows different colours, but yeah, it is a gunmetal grey there. So as you do see, Esteban Ocon in 9th. I don't know why it's showing Esteban, but well done, Esteban.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the
But yeah, here we are on the podium with the Mercedes 2 and 3, as it always is. But yeah, it's good to finally be back on the top. We had a few rough episodes, and it's finally good to feel like we're back on top of what we need to be doing. And no, it's just good to finally feel back on top of the podium and to be up there with the big boys again. Because like I said, it's been a rough couple of episodes, so it's good for my morale that we're finally getting back into the where we belong in the old tier list here. And yeah, let's have a look what we unlocked. Nothing, because we're nowhere near. But yeah, as you can see, we are far and large ahead. So let's see where our other driver finished, Mr. Aiken. 17th! Nosebleed territory for Jack Aiken. Lovely race. He started in 19th and he came up to 17th. Took over Roman Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, Latifi and George Russell. My goodness, well done, Mr. Aiken. But yes, guys, this is the end of the episode. Like I always say every episode, if you are brand new and you've never seen this channel before, this is your first ever episode, then please do hit that sub button. We have a whole playlist of all the episodes of F1 2020, so if you do enjoy it, please go and have a binge on all my episodes. And yeah, if you did enjoy this particular episode, then please do smash that like button. And yeah, I've been Player Junior, or no I haven't, I've been Jake. See, I'm so used to saying Player, I've been Jake. And I'll see you dudes and dudettes in the next video. Thanks for watching, peace guys, woo!